Hi, welcome again to the Story So Far. I am your host, John Salvador, and today we're just going to cover something that I get asked quite often when investing in positive cash flow areas. So if you live in Australia, that means regional. You know, if you're going to buy something in the center of Melbourne or in the center of Sydney, you're not going to find a positive cash flow. And obviously you're going to have to search a little bit further out. If you're from another country, it'll be very similar. If you're from the States, if you're going to buy something in Manhattan with a low deposit, 10-20% deposit, good luck on trying to make that a positive cash flow property. However, if you go into the less popular cities, Atlanta, I don't know, I'm saying this out of the blue, you'll know what I'm saying. You'll be able to find some positive cash flow properties. What I'm trying to share here today is something that I get asked quite often, because it's a perception issue, right? A lot of people think that when you invest in regional centers, you're investing in like ghost towns or things like that. And what you don't realize is that, as I wrote down here, not everyone lives on the smoke, on the big smoke. And the word smoke is an analogy often used for big cities and the city life, and you know the nightclubs and the this and the that and all the stuff that comes with living in a city, right? And so we're just going to cover that, because what I often get asked is questions along the lines of, well, do you have tenants? What if the tenants leave? You know, I don't want to deal with tenants. You know, if it's far away, I don't want to, you know, what if something goes wrong? I get a lot of questions that I think they do come a little bit out of fear. So we're just gonna address that, because a lot of the people do normally they want to invest. They know their superannuation is not going to be enough, which I'll be covering in the next episode. And they go like, oh well, and they start procrastinating and putting away investing in positive cash flow, income producing real estate, just because of fear. Okay, and this is a big one. Okay, so when it comes to investing in these areas, there's a couple of things I normally like to talk about. The first one is you do have a vacancy rate data. So a vacancy rate is a ratio expressing a percentage, obviously, from the amount of properties that are vacant and the amount of properties that are available for rent. Okay, and that is expressed as a percentage. So anything below 1.5 to 1%, it's actually pretty good. It means tenants, there's a strong tenant demand. There's a lot of renters wanting to rent in that area, so that gives you the first clue. The other one, I don't have anything here, but I think I've shared in the past in some of my episodes. If you go to a regional center, right, and you see there's Woolies, Coles, Aldi, car dealerships, McDonald's, shopping centers, this and that, which 99% of them do have those bigger companies established and investing in those areas, it's a no-brainer, right? You will realize, well, hold on, they're investing millions of dollars. If you're going to buy a $200,000 property in those areas, putting 20% deposit, you're really not risking that much. And if you tie that up with strong vacancy rate, which is strong demand for renters, it's a no-brainer. I've been doing that for 20 years. I've tested and proved it. I've got plenty of examples. So don't let fear drive you into that, into this particular area, okay? Because there's a lot of ways to really make sure that you're going to have enough tenants, okay? All right. So the other thing that I get a feel for is that a lot of people say, oh, I don't want to deal with tenants, or the people that live in the regional centers are not that quality, they're not going to look after my property, what about something goes wrong, I don't want to deal with toilets, That's what you have your property managers for. You pay them, okay, and they'll look after all this sort of stuff. I haven't dealt with any tenants at all in 20 years I've been doing this. It has nothing to do with that. It's just property managers, they look after it, they send you an email, there's something to be repaired and so on and so on. They'll take care of that. The reason I mentioned initially it is a perception issue, and I've got a bit of a cheeky quote here, is that get your head out of your A, is a lot of people think that the only way to invest and make money is to buy a property in the inner city, lose money for 20 years, and eventually that's going to go up in value and make you and help you retire or have that self-funded retirement. But in reality, that's very far from the truth. And what you will find out is, if you are dragging along with some of these properties that are making you lose money, and you happen to lose your job or your business, for you a business owner and business goes south, you'll feel the pain very, very quickly, okay? And again, perception issue, the same avocado and toast that you have here in the inner city, they have them in those regional areas, okay? And in fact, a lot of those guys in regional areas, I have friends that live in regional areas, you know, Goulburn and Nara and Wagga, they travel all over the world. They're sophisticated people, they're smart people, you know. The perception that, you know, as soon as you leave Sydney or Melbourne or any of the capital cities for that matter, there's nothing out there, and that's very far from the truth. So remember, get your head out of your A, okay? That's not serving you, that's not helping you, okay? Because again, not everybody lives in the big smoke. I'm going to say there's a lot of people that live regional, and with the trend of cities being more polluted, more expensive, we are seeing, or data is suggesting, property data is suggesting that there's a lot of more people moving regionally to have better lifestyles and less of the stuff that comes with living in the cities, okay? So don't, in recap, don't let the little things detract you from moving forward and working towards your self-funded retirement, okay? Because superannuation is not going to do it for you. Stay tuned, because that's going to be my next episode. Thanks for checking in. Subscribe, share with friends. Go back to the other episodes that I put out there. If you look at the sequence and the things I've been sharing, you know, there's enough in there to head you in the right direction. Share it with friends, watch them again. Repetition is how we learn, so you just make sure you watch those episodes. And if you have any questions, please feel free to share just there on the down below. Subscribe, whatever, right? Okay. So don't let the small things hold you back from one day being able to retire comfortably and have that bit of a legacy. If you have a family, leave something behind for them. And in your golden years, if you can just really have a more comfortable life. Okay? Have a good one. Stay tuned.